Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today we're from this beautiful world. Yeah, just kind of on crunch time right now. I need to brew some more beers, so I have some stuff on tap. And I lost my O-Face recipe. It's somewhere in the documentary, paper documentary, somewhere. I don't know where. So I'm gonna have to rebuild a oatmeal stout, an American oatmeal stout. That is not in English. So 7.2% American oatmeal stout. Basically, an American stout with oatmeal introduced and a bit more hops. Then we're gonna redo the Brain Police NEIPA because the last NEIPA came out tasting exactly like a New England, but looked nothing like a New England. It's just it's not hazy, but very much like a New England. It's really good, actually. But so I'm gonna show you what I do when I put a recipe together. And the first thing I do is drink a beer. So hold on. Let me get something together. We got two beers to put together here because I'm going to be doing a back to back in the next little bit. It's going to be a long day. Okay. Which one was it? I forgot. It was this one or that one? I think it's this one. Oh, you were right. Pouring up my Northern English brown ale. Um, Very nice. It's coming through very well. It's almost done, even though it's close to like being done with conditioning as well. I drink it fast. Oh man, that's got a lot more color to it. That looks really good. It got rid of a lot of diacetyl. The first little bit, the first like few days, the diacetyl rid it out of it through the crashing in the cold temps, and it ended up being really nice. It's a really nice crusher. Drinks really well. Um, Angie, cheers to you. Cheers, Angie. Um, so I'm gonna show you how I do stuff. Let's go ahead and let's just share the screen. And basically, let's before I do that, I'll tell you what I do. I think about everything that I can go to as far as on the internet or any information I can go to. Anyone talking to me about something, if I talk to them about a style or whatever, it always spikes a little interest in like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. It's nice to get influence and interest from people on certain styles. The main interest and goal here is to get a O-Face oatmeal vanilla stout for my wife, so she doesn't have to buy beer because she's trying to save for some trips as well as me. So it's like, yeah, we're just trying to save money. Not having to go to the store is a really great bonus. Coming home from work, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to go to the grocery store and to buy beer or whatever. And it's like that turns into like $12 to $24 a day, you know. And if you think about it, like I brew beer and it costs me for like a 10 gallon or 11 gallon batch, it'll cost me like 120. But I mean, that's $60. So that's like maybe 2 weeks worth of beer. But I don't have to go and buy beer. I don't have to go buy beer, you know. So that's a good thing for that time frame. And if you collect it and you build like another 5 gallon batch and then do another 5 gallon batch and have like three or four different ones on tap, you have all like 4 or 5 different beers to pick from eventually, and you're never having to go to the store. It's you just keep on top of it and you're good to go. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm trying to save up for my trip in to Boston. Got the plane tickets already, but I just need to get that spending money and that rental car money and hotel money and beer money and food money, all that shit. So just trying to like pay down some credit cards and get some balances set right, get my property tax figured out, and before they start taking away my house and shit, and then all this other shit. So it's funny how you own a house. You own a house, man, but they can still take that fucker away. Fuck you, assholes. Okay. Anyway, on a better note, so let me just show you. Let me present everything to you. These guys are great. I like what these guys do. They always are very informative. It's learning to homebrew.com and oatmeal stout recipes. So it goes to the history, usually, the bittering, um, even gives you percentages, like things in that. This is going more towards an English style oatmeal stout. But what I really want is okay, aroma, flavor, all this stuff. Yeah. In an oatmeal stout, you will not need a strong hot flavor aroma. But an American oatmeal stout, a little more is okay. So we're gonna kind of tweak it over what they say here. Um, I've got some hops in the fridge right now, but I'll probably end up getting like some. I don't know. We'll figure out the hops. It's gonna be more Americanized though. Yeast to go over the yeast and all this shit. I'm not a big dry yeast fan. Liquid, I'm more into Omega straight up. Y yeast is a good one to use though. I like it. I used Y yeast on my brown and it came out really nice. So um mashing process. Of course, I'm gonna have to get some rice hulls to filter it up a bit. So it'll get all like squishy. It'll clog it. Sure to heat the water to a few degrees higher than yeah, I was gonna do 154 anyway. I was gonna do 154 mash in because I figured the 154 is more on the full side, and with that oatmeal, it's gonna also add a little bit more smooth, creamy body, head retention, this that. It's gonna give it more mouthfeel in its own. So I may not add carapils, but I might just do it for the hell of it. It's not really totally needed as far as like an extra enhancer of head and body and all that shit. Um, boil, aroma and flavor hops should be added no earlier than 30. I was gonna do like a 60, probably a 60-30 and a 5 or something like that. Just a little more hoppier on the hot side, to kind of bring out some bitterness. Maybe do a whirlpool and possibly, I don't know if I want to do a dry hop on this one though. Just maybe like a single hop whirlpool for like 20 minutes at 175. Something to kind of figure out some different, some bitterness. I want to be able to get the balance needs to be, well, for an English oatmeal stout, a 0.58 BUG, of bitterness unit gravity unit ratio. So as far when I add hops, I'm gonna want to kind of keep it probably more in the 6.62 range, 6.5, well, 6.3, 4, a little higher than 0.58, because we're speaking for English stouts. So It's all just a balance unit, like something to kind of go off of, kind of figure out, so you can figure out where how much grains you need to use for sweetness and hops and stuff to kind of like balance that whole thing out. Um, you can extend the boil if you're going for a higher ABV. I could also do a protein rest. I can also even do a decoction if I really wanted to add more body mouthfeel. There's all kinds of things you can do, but I'll definitely be doing a single infusion, no mash out, 154 degrees for 60 minutes, and then a boil for 60 minutes. It'll just be easy peasy, bloom, bloom, bloom. I'm gonna be adding flaked barley to this as well because we got a lot of it, and flaked oats as the main primary adjunct. Of course, we're gonna probably do like Maris Otter, a split between Maris Otter and American Pale, because this is an American Stout, and roasted barley. Let's see, roasted barley. What is it? Roasted barley and I gotta look at the darks. Um, what does it say about malts? Mashing malts. Let's see what's malts. What malts? That's yeast. It's hops and okay. So special B crystal malts. Definitely some caramel malt. Probably be doing like a caramel 60 or a caramel 2040 blend, or maybe a caramel 40 all around. Maybe a little carapils for a little added body and lift. There, or not body lift, but more of a body mouthfeel kind of thing. Crystal malts, the toasty malt flavor, yeah, even some Victory malt or some Vienna malts would be nice. Special B adds a little more of that caramely kind of caramel, kind of almost even raisin. You get a lot of raisin in Special B. It's more of a Belgian style malt. Um, I don't know if I would use. I wouldn't use that actually. Of course, flaked oats. Probably put in like 20 to 30% of flaked oats in this. A big boost to that because you're gonna want to taste some cereal. Chocolate malts really aren't bad. Any kind of some roasted malts, roasted barley, um, maybe some black malt, possibly. So we'll just have to kind of see. Um, I don't really like where they're going with this. So water profile Munich dark lager alt just alt beer. So I was looking for their for RO water for their salt profiles. Dublin dry stout. You'd want more chlor uh, uh, less sulfates than you would want chlor. What the fuck's the word? Why can't I say anything right now? Calcium fucking chloride, dude. Yeah, you want a little more calcium chloride probably to lift the body of it, a little more body, a little more pronounced on that side, on the malts as well and stuff. Um, Less on the hoppy, but what? Okay, so grain bill percentages 65 to 70% base malt. Let's go ahead and open up this. I called this. We're gonna call this O face. O O face. Um, Oatmeal vanilla stout. And I already got this. Use this. Blah blah blah. 11.75 gallons because I want to make a lot of it. The fermentables we're gonna add. The first one we're gonna add is half and half between Pilturo So probably about 12. I'll just put 12 for now. And then another lift of Maris Otter, 12. Okay. It's going to go bigger than what it is because this is going off of an English oatmeal stout. So prepare yourself for that. I don't know really. So we can add some some roasted barley. Barley roasted or not roasted. Flaked barley. But the flake, I don't want to add all the adjuncty shit until after. So let's go ahead and get the caramel 40, and we can do 1 pound. That's probably okay. It's 4%. It's a little too much right now, but I'm just adding that for now. And just getting them out there. So what we want, and then we'll figure out the percentages afterwards. So a little chocolate wouldn't hurt. Chocolate malt, which I have. We'll just throw. I'm just again throwing it out there, um, and then roasted barley. I was trying to think because there's a fine line between a porter and a fucking stout. I don't want to add something that's going to be more towards porter than stout. Um, okay, so porters are a bit lower in body and ABV and higher in drinkability. Okay, that doesn't say much. Is the type of dark grain used to make that. So, um, let me just go through this real quick. I know it's late for some of y'all, East Coast and everywhere else. It's actually late here too. It's 10 o'clock almost. Um, to establish any kind of difference between stout and porter is important to understand their history and the very fluid and open. La, 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 la. Main points to keep in mind: stouts are frequently thought to have originated as stronger derivatives of porters, but strong black beers were referred to as stouts almost a century before. Modern stouts are brewed with roasted barley. Okay, so I knew we wanted to add roasted barley. That lends a coffee-like flavor and aroma, while porters are brewed with black or chocolate malt. Yeah, so it's a little lighter, and then they're adding the black malts. It's basically what it is. It's black malt. Really highly kiln malts. So like 500 plus Lava. Roasted barley. Let's get some roasted barley in there. Um, my finger is numb. Is it barley and roasted? Oh my god. Of course it is. Barley roasted. Why are you not there? Why is there not roasted barley? Hey, Beersmith, put roasted barley in the damn shit. Black barley, I guess, is what that would be called. But that's kind of like on the same lines as black patent, because they're both the same. Biscuit malt, no, none of this is shit. Roasted barley is down there at roasted barley. 300 instead of 500, so it's a lot lighter, but adds that coffee-like flavor. So we'll go ahead and add a half pound of that. chocolate, no black malt. You could add some black malt, actually. It wouldn't be a bad thing. But what do I want to taste here? I want to taste the roastedness, the toasty, the chocolates, the coffee. So the roasted barley is a big contribution to that. Caramel is a really nice contribution in the fact that it's going to add a little sweetness to it. The pale Tiro and the pale Maris Otter, the English one, the English one's gonna add more toastier, along with that with the caramel 40. It'll add a little toasty, well, the caramel's gonna have more sweetness, but it'll still add a little toasty. You're gonna get some toasty from Maris Otter though, um, and then the Tiro's gonna be more like a honey, sweet bread, white bread kind of taste. Um, we could add some carapils in there as well, just to kind of. And I'm gonna add some more. I might add some black malt to this as well. Some yeah, it's just some straight up. What's the fucking word for the black malt? Why can't I get it in my brain? Um, so what was I gonna add? I forgot. Otter, pale churro, chocolate, caramel 40, roasted barley. Of course, the flaked adjuncts are gonna go in, but oh, Carafa is another thing you can add for coloring. Carafa 3 is a really good one. We can do 0.25 of that. And that already brought it down. If you look on the right, you can see that color of that beer. Brought it down to a nice 25.4. We have 22 out of 40 SRMs that we can go. So let's go ahead and let's increase that. I would imagine under 5% of roasted barley would be sufficient. Um, we can even add a little more uh, Carafa, which is 1.8. That'll bring the color up to 30, which is right in the middle, which is a nice color. The roasted barley's at 2.8%, 1.8% of Carafa 3, and then caramel 40 is at 3.7, which is actually quite nice, as long as it's under 55 or 5%. Chocolate malt also under 5%, but enough to give you that nice little boom bang. Um, Let me see what they say about chocolate malt, actually. Chocolate malt, I need to smoke some weed, man. 10% is what they say, but yeah, I would go with more of a 10, like a under 5 kind of thing. I've noticed that over the times I've brewed, I've noticed that going over 5%, a lot of adjuncts, especially the singular ones, that contribute the same kind of effect. You want to kind of trim it down a little bit because you're getting the same effect from chocolate as you are roasted barley. So you're now getting 3, 4, 5, almost 6+% of this roasted character, right? And then you have your caramel 40, which is 3.7, adding a little sweetness, a little toasty kind of sweetness. Carafa 3 adding a lot of color at 1.8, which is a lot, and some coffee to it, a little coffee, dark chocolate. But now we still have oatmeal and flaked flaked oatmeal, let's say, and flaked wheat to add to this, which is what and I even want to do a little bit of I should do a little midnight. You know what I want to do instead of Carafa 3? I want to add midnight wheat, man. Or we could say it's dark torrefied wheat, torrefied, roasted, flaked wheat malt, roasted. So it'd be 425. That would be kind of the same thing. So we're just gonna kind of go there. I want to add that, but I don't want that much. Hold on, let's get point 0.5 in there. Okay. So we're now actually let's go a little more, well, no, let's actually add let's add 0.85 of roasted barley, which is 3, and then you have the chocolate at 3.7. Well, chocolate's gonna. I don't want that much chocolate, so let's reduce that point 5 or 0.75. No, not 756. And then roasted barley, we can do 1 pound. Roasted wheat, 1/8. 37. 48. So we're at 88% on our base malts, and we have a 28.7 SRM, which is kind of like right in the middle of where we want it, and then an estimated 5.8. So we're gonna want more because I want to make this a 7.2. Let's push it to 14 pounds each. 6.7. All right, so that brought some things down a little bit. We're at 28.9. 3.2 on the caramel, which is probably okay. Roasted barley, 3.2. Chocolate, 2.4. Let's keep raising everything on the base. Go to 15 pounds each. Gives us a 7.1. 3%, 3%. Roasted barley, chocolate, 2.3. That brought it up a lot. Jeez. Roasted. That brought it up way too much. Chocolate. Decrease that and bring up the roasted barley. That's 28.8. 3%. 29 now. God, we had a crazy dog going crazy over there. All right, I'm good with that. That's a 7.2%, 29 SRMs in between on the center. Oh, way over what they say. But fuck, I forgot we have to add this fucking flake shit. All right, sorry. We're gonna have to readjust. So, where's the oatmeal at? Flaked oats. We're gonna want to do less than that probably, but I'm just gonna add it. Hold on, and then flaked barley flaked. Gonna add a pound of that, and maybe a little flaked wheat too to add a little sweetness. Okay, so this changes the game here, man. Now I gotta figure some shit out. Let's bring this down a bit. Back down to 13. So, fuck, flaked oats is way high. Way high, like super high. So 1 pound of flaked wheat, 1 pound of flaked oats, 1 pound of flaked oats, flaked barley, 369%. So we can add a little more. And you got to think 30/60, so we're going to want to go a little more there. 14. It's crazy, huh? This is how you build a recipe, though. Seriously, though. You look at a fucking article, you figure it out, they tell you the percentages, and you kind of go with it. And then you figure it out from there. Sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes it's like, this is how it's done. This is how it's done, though, dude. I need a break. Hold on. My brain's farting on me. Let me see what's going on with the world. Hi, everyone. Cheers. Cheers, Miss Peggy. Oh, my God. I'm with you. I'm with you, too. Miss Peggy, cheers. What's up? How you doing, dude? Hey, man. Damn, I ain't seen you in a while, dude. Cheers, dude. Oh, cool, man. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, so that's that. Um, cheers, BC. Damn, dude. 23 KC, dude. I ain't seen you know BC. Good to see you too, man. Hell yeah, dude. It's late as fuck. I get it, but this is my Friday night, so fuck it. All right. So let's get back to this shit. Ugh. So we know what the components of our stout are. We have that roasted barley. Okay, we're making an oatmeal stout. So why I am adding all these other flaked wheats, I have no idea. So let's take them out. I just thought about that for a moment. I do want to add flaked barley though, because we have a bunch of it. So now we're down to 3 points. I want to bring a little bit more up on that. Like a lot more up on that. For 10.9% flaked barley. The same, kind of a mixture of the same. Um, this has brought the fucking beer up so high in percentage. Hold on, I'm not even thinking about that. 7.5. I was trying to get the flaked oats up to, well, that's actually a good amount right there. 11.3 each. That's 22.6%. Highest being 30. Then you have 30, 66, 67.6%. I need more base malt. Roasted barley went down. We're at 28.9. I need more base malt, but it's not letting me because it's at 7.5 right now. That's going to be way hella huge. Okay, well, let's figure something out here. Hold on. I got to think. This is what it's all about, though, folks. You got to think. Oh shit! See now we're at a 7.2% with a 28.8 SRM, which is right kind of in the middle. IBUs we haven't gotten there yet. The gravity is well over what it should be because this is for an English oatmeal stout. They don't have American oatmeal stout in Beersmith. So we got chocolate malt of 1.5%, roasted wheat at 1.5%, caramel 40, 3.7, which is perfect. Roasted barley 3.7, perfect for the color and everything else. And then you got flaked barley, flaked oats, which are going to add that flaked adjuncty kind of smooth, creamy feel at 20.6%, which is like perfect. That's what you would even do for a NEIPA, New England IPA. And then you have Pale Turo, your base malts at 34.6 and 30.4.6 Maris Otter. 68, 67.2%. So I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. 7.2% ABV is what we want. So now we add the hops. let's add the yeast. Usually I add the yeast first, but so the yeast I'm gonna just do an American, Omega, American, anything. So whatever Omega has, that's American all the way through. Um, Fuck, Omega's everywhere. No, I don't want Belgian. No Belgian, no Belgian, no Brat. What is a good one? So we got California. We could do start I could do the star the not Helo Gazer. No, it was Star Party. Omega Star Party. I think it's Star Party. They don't even have it on here. Well, shit. Best Omega yeast to use with American Stout. So the 103 American, 2 American. Oatmeal Stout is almost even wouldn't mind like a British yeast on this one, even though it is American. But I kind of want that sharp craziness that Americans always give. um, Hornindale Kvike, I could go. That's a high temperature one though. For malty white labs, Kvike Omega. Did I use on the last one? Is what I want to know. American Stout for your own. See, I'm not subscribed to these guys, so can't see what they have to say. American Forest Town Pro, Mecca East Labs, Hornindal. See, everyone keeps saying the Quebec Hornindal East, which is a really good one to use, actually. British Ale 1 is a good one for that. Oh, I farted. That was nice. Beautiful strain for stout, porter, brown, amber ales. What is that? Light American Imperial Yeast. I don't know what this American yeast, American Stout. Where's the fucking yeast? Where's what one? Shit. American, where are you? In the America, make America great again. It's American lager. Hold on, we'll find something. So the British, I'm okay with. The British 5 would be cool, but that would have more of a English tone to it. You get the California stuff, clean one. The I know what ones would be a good one for this one. Star Party or not Star Party. Hold on, I'll find it. Man, okay, hold on a second. I gotta find this. So it's It's their Chico yeast. West Coast Ale 1 is their Chico is a reliable, versatile, popular neutral. They got West Coast Ale 1, West Coast Ale 2. Okay. West Coast Ale 1, West Coast Ale 2. Soft clean provides hints of nut, slightly tart finish from it. West Coast Ale 1, very versatile use for cider. Okay, West Coast Ale 3. Low ester producing strain that results in balanced neutral flavor and aroma profile, alcohol tolerant, very versatile for la 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 la. Let's just go that and we'll do 2 packs. That was a fucking long process trying to find that. She see it brought it up to 7.5%. So now that's why I put the yeast in first. So now I need to decrease. 10, 20. I like where that's at. Chocolate malt. 7.2 right there. I'm kind of liking that. 28.7 on the color, right in the betweens. Yeah, I like this right here. It's totally off from what it says. Now hops is a totally different. I have Centennial. Let's add Centennial to it. I don't even know what they are. They're in there, but I have a little bit. 60 minutes, and we'll add 0.5 for now, I guess, just to kind of see. So we want to be at a BUGU of this is for English, but 0.58. But I'm gonna kind of go within the 6.2 range, 0.62, and right now we're at 0.103. So we have a little ways to fly here. Let's go ahead and increase that to an ounce. And then, or actually, yeah, and then add more Centennial, an ounce at 30. That brings us up to 25.8 IBUs. We're at 0.36. We want to be at kind of 0.62 range, maybe 0.6, 0.62. Yeah. And okay. So that's my Centennial. I do have some Southern Cross. I've got some other stuff too that I could use, but Centennial has a floral citrus spicy clean, and then we can add some. We could do well. Chinook's not. Let's go into. We could do Eldorado or Yukonot. Idaho 7. Tropical fruit, orange, apricot, pine. Let's go Idaho 7. And we'll add that at 10 minutes. An ounce. That's probably too much. That's still okay. And we can go, and I was thinking maybe we can go into a whirlpool as well and bring that up there. But let's go ahead and add some more Idaho 7. So we'll do 2 hops on the hot side. And I'm gonna try and I might change this around and get some the hops that are not like cryo hops. Fucking A, dude. Can't think right now. Yakima Valley Hops has their blend of cryos, but it's not cryo. It's you're using like 25% less. But I'll figure it out. I think Idaho 7 is one of those. So we'll do that at like 5 or even like 2 minutes before end of boil, and we'll just do a minute or do that. So 4.48, and the rest we'll do. So we'll go ahead and do another bit. Maybe I'll do Idaho 7 and El Dorado or Citra. So we'll add Citra now. So we'll do another little bit of Idaho 7. I might have to just do one beer tonight. Damn, I was gonna do two of them. This is taking forever. So Whirlpool, or I'll take a little break. Whirlpool for 20 minutes at 175 degrees. 1 ounce of Idaho 7. Brings us up to 0.52 on the bitterness. And I was saying 0.6. It's almost at the balanced ratio for like a English oatmeal stout. But we're going into the American world here. So let's go ahead and add some Citra. And this is going to change too when I add the Citra. It's going to have different alpha percentages because it's based on the grower. Citra US. And we'll just do an ounce again. Whirlpool. 20 minutes. Once it'll be like 18 minutes, two minutes after the other one at 175. And this brought us 0.55. Again, these are going to be Lupamax. That's what they're called. So these are going to be Lupamax hops. There'll be less, so I won't have to add as much. But for this part of it, we're going to just add what we need to get what we need to get. So I could actually change this to 25 minutes. And this to 23. And that'll change the bitterness units. So now we're at 0.56, which is actually okay, but I want a little more. So let's go ahead and 1.5 that. In the 2-minute last. And 1.25. So we're adding more hops, but we're delegating with the BUGU, the gravity units, the sweetness over the bitterness units for the style. So we're at 0.59 right now on bitterness unit, which 5.8 is what we want to be at. So we really need to kind of step it up a little more. If we want to be balanced with our sweetness level, for this. This is becoming a problem. So let's go ahead, increase the amount. We have 6.62 now. We can decrease the amount there. We can decrease the amount there. That is a 0.61. I'm actually happy with that. The color is the only thing that's good in this. Everything else is pushing over because it's American. But it is a 7.2 with a 0.58 what the traditional balance should be on the bitterness unit gravity unit ratio. But this is a 0.61, which is a little over that, obviously. But that's fine because it's a bigger beer and it's bolder. It's gonna have more. It's got the same color, everything. So hopefully it's not too astringent in the finish. I am doing a 154, so it shouldn't be too dry. It should be more filling, more full. Yeast is in there. Everything else is in there. Miscellaneous stuff such as well, I'm not gonna add. Well, no, I'll still add some because it's not for taking the haze out. It's for taking away a lot of the proteins. So Irish moss, I'll still add some of that to this. It's not really needed. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna add any Irish moss. Um, I might add some gelatin though to the final. Um, just trying to think of anything else that I need to add. There's nothing else really. That's it. That's that for the O face. Oh, vanilla. But yeah, so vanilla, just vanilla beans, whatever. I'm just gonna add whatever that says. 7.2% though, perfect. Corn sugar, no, it's gonna be forced carbed. And I think this will be good, man. I really do. Like 1.5 chocolate, 1.5 roasted wheat. That's 3%. Caramel 40, 3.8%, which is fine. Roast for a dark one too, especially. Roasted barley, 3.8%. Flaked barley, 10.8, and 10.8 of flaked oats. Mainly, it's a flaked oat beer, but oatmeal stout. But I'm adding the roasted barley. Maybe I should add less and add more of flaked oats. You know what I mean? So that would be good. Yeah, so 4 pounds of flaked oats and 3 pounds of flaked barley, just to add a little bit of extra kick. And then 33.8% of American Turo, 33.8% of Maris Otter, 67.6% altogether, which isn't bad with all the other added stuff. So yeah, so that's there's Oface Vanilla Oatmeal Stout, American Vanilla Oatmeal Stout revisited and redone, revised. So there you go. I'll check out the water profile, but the water profile, let's do that real quick, actually. So there was a water profile that I saw. Where were you at? Oh, where's the water profile? Usually they give the water profile in this stuff, but nope, not today. Whatever it is, I'll figure it out. I'm not going to sit here forever. These guys used American Two-Row Flaked Oats, Belgian Biscuit, American Carapils. You don't need Carapils for head retention. There's other things you can use. Caramel Crystal 15, Rice Hulls, which I will add as well. I need to add that, actually, just so I don't forget to keep from stuck sparge and shit. Rice Hull. I don't think that's it. That's actually in the malts section, fermentables. It's not fermentable. I don't know why they have it there. 1 pound. Okay. Where's the fucking? So they're having coffee in general. 2 ounces coconut nibs, Philippines. They're going 152 on theirs. I would rather do a 154 on my mash in. Um, Water profile. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know what the water profile is gonna be. So yeah, good to see you, 23KC, bro. Hell yeah. Sorry, I just bored the fuck out of everyone. But yeah, that's how that's done. This is how a beer is made in Bubblegut Brewland. This is how things happen. And I got another one to do. I'm gonna go over it again, but it's gonna be a little more simpler because I already have the recipe put together, but I need to tweak some things. So I'm just having a beer with y'all. It's fucking late. People will see this later tomorrow or the next day. It's all good. Um, I don't know how long we've been going. Hour shit, Jesus. All right. Well, yeah, that's that for that. And I think we've done a nice one here, 7.2%, 154 degrees mash in. Give us a nice full feel on the beer. Nice stouty feel as well with that nice flakiness of barley and oats, more oats than barley, flaked barley. But yeah, it should be good. I might even actually tweak that to be more flaked oats altogether and just a pinch of flaked barley, just to add a little different essence to it. But there you go. I'll figure out the water profile later. Um, Now, the one I want to work on is Brain Police. I ended up calling it a juicy IPA, and the reason why is because I only put 9.4% flaked oats and 9.4% flaked wheat. What I should have done is added up in the realm of 30% altogether of flaked adjuncts. So I'm going to do that right now. 5 pounds. 5 pounds brings me to an 8%, a double. So Pilsner will bring that down more. Rice hulls, carapils, 3.3. Yeah, I didn't add much really to this. I want more Two and Maris than I want Pilsner. Um, I did add carapils at 3.3%. Is there anything else I added? Nope, that was a very simple grain bill. Um, oh my goodness, am I gassy tonight? $7.3, and that brought my flaked oats, flaked wheat to 14.20, 8.6%. Okay. Go a little lower on that then, I guess. And Pilsner, bring that down just a bit. 7.1, flaked wheats, bring that up. Flaked oats, bring that up. Carapils, we're at 3.6, still 7.2%. I'm liking that. See, and that's giving me 30.2% of flaked adjuncts. That's perfect. I mean, they say if you're pushing it over 20%, it'll give you kind of a grainy, gritty kind of cereal taste. But I'm like, well, I mean, I want the haze though, and I don't know. So the one oh, there's Victory Malt in here too. Shit. And that's at 1.4%, which is fine. That's fine. It's the hops that I need to work with. So the one thing that I want to do is take out the Alani, I think. Leave the Nectar on the Zappa, but instead of Alani, I want to put in like Citra or Mosaic. So Eldorado was the first word. Which see, and the one thing that you want to pay attention to with a New England IPA is malts and hops, how they're going to work together. Um, Certain hops are going to cloud up better with certain malts. Um, Also with your yeast. So there's certain yeast that'll work better with open-ended or closed-ended. That's how I'm putting it. Closed or open hops. As far as the the fuck, I can't think right now. The fuck, what is it? The thiols, the compounds, the terpenes, as you would in weed. It's the same thing. You're working with certain compounds that work better with certain malts. So you're what I did with this is I didn't use the reason it didn't get hazy like I wanted. A lot of it had to do with the hops I used. The malts were fine, but the adjuncts, the oatmeal was a different kind of flaked oatmeal that I probably should have milled or gotten a little more breadier or opened up more. It just didn't give me that haze that I was wanting, but it tasted just like a New England. It was like, oh my God, this is like sweet, perfectly bittered. Oh my God, everything's nice. Um, but the lower you go in ABV, which the lowest I think for a New England is like a 6.2. If you were to go with 6.2, you'd probably want like seriously like 20 IBUs, 22 maybe in that range. You see where I'm going, like the more you go up. So a 7.2, I went to 28 IBUs, which is fucking perfect. Like fucking perfect, man. Like that is the perfect amount to add to a 7.2 or a 6.8. 6.8 to 7.2, it's a perfect amount. Um, I might want to actually go up to about 30 for a 7.2 because mine was a 6.8 with 28 IBUs. It was perfect. So if I probably want to go to like 30 IBUs with a 7.2 or a 7. That would be, or even 29 IBUs, kind of like a thin line, very fine line right there. But you really got to pay attention to that shit. And it's not about overthinking. It's not overthinking it. And like some people I could mention right now, overthinking. I'm not over fucking thinking. This is me telling you how it is because I fucking trial and errored it, and I know what works with what how it works. It's just how it is. Through trial and error, I've figured it out, and I know what I'm looking for. And it doesn't always work the way efficiency levels, this that doesn't always work the way you want it to. And I mean, of course, you're gonna brew the same fucking beer all the time on the same system, and you're gonna get your efficiencies the way you want it because you're brewing the same fucking beer on the same fucking system over and over and over again. Well, fucking get creative. Get creative. Get creative. Start thinking about bitterness levels and gravity units and this and that and how you're going to figure it out. How you're going to figure out the balances between per style, the balances between the hops and the malts, the sweetness and the bitterness. It's very important to know that. It's very important to know that when you're building a recipe. Otherwise, you're going to be way too bitter or way too less not bitter, or you're going to be right in the middle, or you're going to be where you want it, or whatever. But you got to, especially when competing in a competition, a BJCP competition or something like that. You're going to want to be dead on, man. You're not gonna be like, oh well, okay, well it's fine. We'll just add a little hops here, it'll be fine. No, dude, you gotta get your fucking units right, bro. Like that's how it works. It's just how it works, man. You're never gonna win a contest if you fucking do it the way you want to do it. I've been in one comp already, and I've already found that out, so it's all good. But you really have to pay attention to shit, man. You really have to. You can't be fucking around like thinking, oh, it's gonna be great, because that fucking IPA is gonna end up turning into either a bitter bomb or it's gonna turn into like a blonde ale. Like you gotta understand your hop units, your bitterness units, and what you're adding to it to balance out that style. And I know, oh, the BUG is you don't need that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you fucking do. You do need some kind of scale of understanding to know what you're building. If you're building something, you need to know kind of a constructive idea of where you should be. You can be a little under, a little over, but you need to know that shit. Otherwise, you're just going to be creating your own fucking style, and you don't even know what style it is. You're going to call it some brown ale, and it's going to be like a brown IPA. I'm just saying, like, so. I'm not going to go over this whole thing. I'm going to actually go over this recipe again because I need to, not with everyone, but just myself. I need to look at what hops I want to actually use with this. That will work with. I'm going to be adding a thiolized yeast, a thiolized yeast that Omega has. Probably their Helio Gazer, which is real passion fruit guava kind of oriented. And it is GMO, all that shit. Everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? But no, it's really good. They put out some great flavors, and they actually contribute haze to the beer, which is really cool. Um, so Helio Gazer is probably what I'll be using, and then I'm going to use more their Lupamax hops, which you use 25% less of the T90 pellet kind of style hops. That way, it reduces any hop burn that you would get from the beer. Because man, you always suffer from hop burn when it comes to NEIPAs, at least in the first month. It takes about a month for them to condition off and get perfect, where you want them. After that, though, you better drink them quick because those motherfuckers are going to turn into fucking tea and black Earl Grey tea and fucking sweet caramel. So hurry the fuck up and drink that beer when you get it. If I send you one. Anyway, and I can't wait to go. I'm gonna do my last thoughts and then get out of here. I can't wait to go to fucking September 4th to September 11th. Look for me in Boston and New Hampshire and possibly Vermont, maybe Maine, Portland, Maine area. Hanging out with some really great dudes, Bumpyisms, East Coast LQ Reviews, and Thomas Metal 75, possibly FLX Beer Reviews with Dan and maybe even Joe. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I am looking forward to every moment of it. And yeah, dude, seriously, holy shit. Uh, I'm really looking forward to this, dude. It's gonna be interesting to see you guys like in person. That's the weirdest thing in the world. But other than that, um, yeah. So just trying to think right now. Can't really think. I can't really think, man. So I sent a couple beers out to Bumpy, and was a winner for my Wednesday show. All spun out for last month, and then the month before that was Alex. He actually won that month all around. And I sent them some beer, 3 different styles: double Kolsch, Schwarz beer, and my juicy IPA, which it was supposed to be the one we just went over. It's supposed to be hazy, but it's not. It's a little hazy, but it tastes just like a New England. But yeah, they got those. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a panel review with all 3 of those. They're all small beers except for the The Kolsch is 6.8, the Schwarzbier is 5.3, and the Juicy IPA is 6.8. Should have been a 7.2, but efficiency happens, and that's how it works in the beer world when you're brewing beer. So anyway, that's that. Beer and Cheese Tuesday. All spun out on Wednesday and tomorrow. Can't wait to do that show. Got a crazy lady driving her stupid truck, which we hear all night long. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have some real doozies in this neighborhood. Anyway, you guys have a good night, day where you're from this beautiful world. I am definitely out of here. I'm gonna save that. Let me just get back to reality. And yeah, so cheers. Oh, let me get out of the stuff fucking screen shit. All right, I'm out of here. Fucking bored the shit out of everyone, but it didn't bore the shit out of me. Okay, you guys have a good one. But you have a good night, day where everyone's a bit more. Now for one more sip. Cheers. I fucking love beer. Oh yeah, man. Woo! I'm gonna have some good hops for that next NEIPA. Just wait. I'll figure it out. Hell yeah. And that old face is gonna be good. Woo! Old face. Oh. Okay, bye.